Here we have verse 33 of the 8th chapter of the Gospel of John. Jesus has been astonishing some of those who have been listening to him, as he's said, that if they will continue in their confidence in him and their faith in him, then they will truly be his disciples. And he adds to that if they are truly his disciples, then they will come to know the truth. And of course, the very famous statement that Jesus makes, the truth will set you free. Well, that does provoke a reaction. We don't know exactly who's reacting here. We have several different kinds of people that are listening, some that are hostile to him, religious leaders, some that are sympathetic and apparently have come to a point of faith, and some who may be kind of on the fence, who are believing tentatively, and yet have not really, we would say, entered into full-orbed faith. But one way or another, we do get a reaction from some who are there. Apokrithesan, this is of course from apokrinomai, the deponent verb means I answer, normally takes the dative, but when there's more of an urgency or a kind of forcefulness about it, then we have the word pros, the preposition with the accusative, to him. So apokrithesan, third person plural, aorist, active indicative, they answered to him, literally, meaning kind of forcefully, in your face, you might say, idiomatically. They answered him sperma. We, of course, have the word sperm in English. This is the word for seed, the great boast of the Jewish people, seed, Abram, genitive case of Abraham, so seed of Abraham, Esmen, first person plural, present active indicative from me, I am, seed of Abraham, we are, kai udeni. This is the adjective. It means no one or nothing. Here in the dative, singular, masculine, and to no one. Detalukamen, from duluo, means to be a slave. Of course, the word doulos is the most common New Testament word suggesting that idea. This is a verb form of it. It's the first person plural perfect active indicative, so in a sense they're saying, we are not now, nor have we ever been slaves, which of course was demonstrably false, but nevertheless there was a kind of national pride in the fact that ever since these people had been liberated from Egypt, they had been living in freedom. Well, obviously, there have been many times when that was not quite the case. The Babylonian captivity, the present Roman occupation, Persian dominance, and so on through the history of these people argued for something different. But there was a kind of self-image that they had always been free. So we have the idea, and to no one ever, popote is the idea word there, they've never been enslaved. So how, pos, the indeclinable adverb asking the question, how you, and the su here, of course, suggesting the idea of a kind of emphatic, how can you, leges, second person singular, present active indicative, how is it that you say that, eleutheroy. Eleutheroy is from eleutheros, which is an adjective, means free. Here it's used substantively. How are you saying that genesistha, from genomai, this is the future middle indicative, middle voice or middle form, though it has an active meaning. So the second person plural, future active indicative, how is it that you say you will be, is the idea, free. Retorting to Jesus that given that these people have always been free, how can he indicate that they will be made free? But of course, Jesus is speaking of the most profound kind of freedom, which is what he makes clear in the ensuing conversation.